Hey everybody, Ijaz and I'm back with another video. If you like a blend between technical and fundamental analysis on your crypto, then please consider subscribing. So Polkadot and Link, two key coins, which if you've been following me and watching my videos, you'll know I always have these in my portfolio. Check this video here if you haven't checked out my portfolio allocation. They're both on an absolute run. And we know why, because Polkadot have announced a date for their parachains to begin. Now we know Polkadot, they've been working on getting launched for the last 5 years. And I'm working on an important fundamental video which will outline Polkadot and some of the ecosystem plays. So make sure you're subscribed and waiting for that. That'll be updated at some point today. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the charts and let me give you some price targets for where Polkadot and Link can be heading. So let's start off with Polkadot. And we know we've just created this daily candle catalyst yesterday, thanks to the announcement of the long anticipated parachain network slots. Okay. And again, if you don't know what that is, because I know a lot of YouTubers and people in crypto aren't explaining this properly, please subscribe, watch my videos, and I'm going to explain in detail what these parachains are, okay? So you can understand what are these parachains and what are the ecosystem plays that can also move when Polkadot is moving, okay? Now, let's for this video stick with the technicals, and we can see that on the daily chart, you can argue that Polkadot has created a bit of a cup and handle pattern, and you can see in the last few days, we've been in this wedge, okay? Let me switch over to the 4-hourly, so you can see that we're in this upward channel. And you can see we're in this bit of a wedge. We've been bouncing nicely in between this wedge, and then we got this breakout. Okay, so if I extend this line, you can see we've just got that breakout with the news yesterday. And obviously, that's the catalyst we needed to break out. So let me switch back to the daily, and you will see that the measured move for this cup and handle pattern, you'll be shocked, guys. This measured move will take Polkadot to 61, well past all-time highs, okay? So that's a really powerful move that is setting up on Polkadot. We've been in a prolonged bottom here, and you could have been picking up Polkadot at $11 here, and you can just see the RSI really did start to peak up. It called back down again, and now we're getting a good move. So this pump is very impressive. You can see the volume candles have come in, but it's still not as high as it was here, nor was it as high as it was back in May. So there's a lot of interest that can still come into Polkadot, and this is still early days. People don't actually know what's going on with Polkadot, right? The article came out yesterday that, oh, look, the slot auctions have begun. There's some parachains on this thing called Polkadot, but nobody understands it, okay? So again, make sure you wait for that video so I can explain that in detail, which nobody else seems to be doing right now. So this cup and handle pattern is definitely something we want to be watching from a technical basis. Now, we also need to understand what are our key levels. And we can see our first level of resistance we're going to face is the $48 mark here. Okay, so we need to get through that 48 created by these tops here. But at the same time, we need to be cognizant of where we can come back to retest. Okay, whenever you get a breakout, you can never be fully confident until you get a retest. So if we see a retest at here, 37.70, and then a bounce off of it, I'd feel really confident at that point, okay? So if we go straight above, that's fine. If we see a retest, bounce here and head off here, that's fine as well, okay? So either of these solutions are absolutely fine. Now, on the slightly more bearish situation is be prepared for a correction down to 26, okay? Which is the bottom of where we entered this channel. So your first level is 37. If you get a breakdown down to 26, I'd expect some support to come in there. Now, on the bullish case, we want to go straight through 48, and we want to head higher to our price target, which, as we mentioned, is sitting past $60, okay? Just a little bit past $60, which would take you to all-time highs on Polkadot. And there's no reasons why from a fundamental point of view, and we'll cover this in detail in the other video. I want to keep this for technicals, but there's no reason from a fundamental perspective why this news should not mean Polkadot should go from strength to strength. This is a massive thing for Polkadot. They remind me a lot of Cardano in how they're doing things very slowly and methodically. We know Gavin Wood was the CTO over at Ethereum, built a lot of the early ecosystem on Ethereum. So this guy is the real deal, right? This is not some meme coin. This is not some momentum coin. This is not an upstart. This is one of the serious few coins, which is why, again, watch that video where you will see why Polkadot is always in my portfolio allocation. So definitely Polkadot is a great mover. And again, this was one of those that a lot of people were saying to me, why is this not moving? You know, during this period when I was accumulating, why is it not moving? Why is it not moving? And now people are going to FOMO in, right? Again, don't FOMO in, wait for a dip if you get one, and try to buy on dips if you haven't bought in already, okay? That's when, you know, you've seen how in my Coty videos, I'll wait for dips and I'll buy in at near support levels before we get a rotation up. Don't chase it on a breakout like we've just seen from this cup and handle pattern. Now, the other coin which I have allocation to in my portfolio, and again, it's mentioned in my altcoin portfolio video, which you guys got to check out, is Link. And Link has been on another run as well. And again, let's just look at the daily and let's look at it in the same manner. And we can see we're in, again, you can argue a bit of a cup and handle formation, right? You could argue we're forming, again, this cup and handle formation with a bit of a neckline at 35.06. And a break, if we can head back up and actually form this cup and handle, you could potentially be having a breakout from this cup and handle leading to a $56 Link token. And again, why is Link moving in solidarity? Because Link is up 5.8% right now. Why is Link moving? You can see it's on a clear uptrend here. I mean, we were bottoming here at 13. We're now sitting at 27. So that's a double of your money already on Link, which I've been holding for a long time, Link. But why is that moving in solidarity with Polkadot? Because the platforms are linked. They have an integration. And again, I'm going to cover this in the video with all of the projects which are related to Chainlink and why you should be looking at getting in some of these. And there's some great ones there. So make sure you subscribe so we can go through that. But Chainlink is a great example. They're connected. And so any people building smart contracts on Polkadot can utilize and integrate with Chainlink and their data oracle, okay? So very important that we understand that. But from a technical basis, you can see it's forming a nice cup and handle pattern, and it's a couple of steps away from Polkadot, right? So Polkadot's got its breakout from the cup and handle. This one's just getting a bounce off this trend line, a little bit of volume coming in, plenty of room on the RSI for it to really start heading up to 35. And if we get a breakout of 35, then we can head higher to the price level of 56. So the immediate resistance here is going to be 35 and then 52 as the next resistance level for Chainlink, okay? So two great projects which are often slept on, Polkadot and Chainlink. And again, these are the two platforms, right, which I've been talking about for since I started crypto, right? I invested in these very, very early on, and I've always said, invest in your high conviction plays. You guys will vouch for that. That's what I say. And Polkadot and Chainlink are two examples of high conviction plays. They've been around for a long time. They remind me of Cardano. In my head, Ethereum, Cardano, Chainlink, Polkadot, solid plays, right? When we talk about Phantom, Luna, they're kind of a tier underneath that in terms of their what's the right word? In terms of their heritage, right? Their legacy. And I know crypto is a small place, but when you've got a project around for 5 years in crypto, that's a long time. When you've got a founder, Gavin Wood, as Polkadot does, who was the original CTO of Ethereum, who helped build the Ethereum virtual machine, this is somebody who knows what they're talking about, right? Same with Cardano with Charles Hodgkinson. That gives me a level of confidence that not only were they around in the early Ethereum days when nobody cared about crypto, but they were fundamentally critical to building out those platforms. They understand how the ecosystems were built out. They understand the cryptography and the tech and the game theory to build a clever ecosystem. And I use this in equities as well. If you've got a founder, CEO, who built a startup and has failed and taken the learnings from it and gone and built something else, they're going to be far more malleable. They're going to be far more knowledgeable and understanding of what can go wrong, what needs to be done better in their next startup. And that's what you get with Charles Hodgkinson for Cardano and Gavin Wood for Polkadot. So two amazing projects, Polkadot and Link. Link is an absolute no-brainer, right, in terms of the data oracle space. And again, I'll go into some fundamentals in the later video. So please watch that. If you can blend your fundamental conviction with technical analysis, you'll become unstoppable, right? Because the charts will tell you one thing, your fundamentals will come and tell you the other part of the story. And if the two merge and you place a trade or an investment, a long-term investment, then you're unstoppable, right? If you're just using technical analysis, you're going to have blind spots, which your fundamentals could be filling in for you. If you're just using fundamentals, but you don't understand the charts make a difference because you do have day traders, swing traders who can manipulate the markets. So you've got to have a bit of both. And that's what we try to bring to you here on this channel. So if you like my perspective and you like that blend between technical and fundamental, please consider subscribing. Polkadot and Link are both on a nice move here, thanks to Polkadot's announcement yesterday that they are launching the first auction for their parachains on November the 11th. Again, stay tuned. That video is going to come very shortly with that fundamental aspect to it for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.